Guys, Shot Dog 5 here with episode number 18 of the Bayer Leverkusen career mode on FIFA 22. We're kicking today's episode off, taking on newly promoted Hamburger SV. And obviously, I think I talked about a couple of episodes ago how their stadium had that clock that counted how long they were in the Bundesliga. Well, that clock can start ticking again here today, but we do want to win this one, and very early on in the game, Jonathan David, the Canadian that we brought in from Lille, seems to have kind of found his feet in the Bundesliga. He kind of obviously scored the header against Bayern, scored a header against someone else, and then he didn't score for a bit, but now he seems to be back on the score sheets. He seems to be back in form, which is good to see, and hopefully we can now continue on this season with two top quality strikers in Silas and Jonathan David, and hopefully they can kind of come eye to eye, see each other as partners and not competition. Poor header though from Noni Madueke, really should be hitting the target there. He's one that struggled. I think he's the one I think we spent the most money on him, 55 mil. If I remember the transfers correctly, he's the most expensive by about 15 mil. Sosla I think was second with 40. And he's come in. He's not really performed in the Bundesliga. Obviously, he did pretty well in the Super Cup, but the Bundesliga he's been struggling, which is it's unfortunate, really. Maybe if he can get a goal, and if he can get a goal right now, hopefully that can kind of spark something in him, and he can kind of push on now from this game here against Hamburger, where he does score. Jonathan David with a goal and an assist in this one, which is really good to see. But yeah, hopefully he can kind of push on. Start hitting the heights of maybe Noah Lang, who, this is game 8, he has 7 goals in 8 games in the Bundesliga, and he did win the Player of the Month for the month of September, so very well done to him. Our first Player of the Month winner in this save, which is really good to see, as we come into match day, that was match day 7, so he had 7 goals in 7 games. Now match day 8, he's looking to add number 8, but unfortunately it is intercepted as Sosa tried to play it back across, didn't quite work out, but from the resulting corner, Madueke whips it across, Tapsoba rises the highest, and a goal in the previous game against Hamburger. He's now got an assist here against Borussia Mönchengladbach, which is good to see, him getting in on the goals, whether it be an assist or a goal itself. It's just good to see him in on the action. It's 18 minutes into the game. Thuram looks to get past our newest signing. He does so actually quite easily as Neyhaus plays the ball back to Stindl, who on his left foot just powers it into that top left-hand corner. Holodecky can't do anything about it, and he is beaten, and it is 1-1. Back on level terms with Mönchengladbach, unfortunately. But a lovely counter-attack here, a lot of space here for Lang, as it looks to get past Zakaria. Does so nicely on his right foot, tried to curl it to the back post, took a deflection, but Jan Sommer, he was quick enough with his reactions to deny the goal, or deny the shot going in the goal. And it remains at 1-1, but a chance here for them. Thankfully, we get the ball away, but not the best of clearances. Right back to Stindl. Hoffman, and a great save from Holodecky does keep us in this one and keep us on level terms. But again, very shaky in this one. We're struggling, but we have to kind of take everything as it comes. Hoffman on the ball, cuts past, plays it back across to Stindl, and again beats him from the edge of the box. And again, it's just so annoying, these long shots from these players. Holodecky shouldn't be beaten in that situation. He really shouldn't. But again and again in these career modes, long shots from the AI are just so good. As Stindl again on the ball, looking for the hat-trick, plays the ball into Nunez. And again, it's into that top corner. And again, I think Holodecky should be doing better there. And it's just really annoying that we are 3-1 down in a game we've played pretty well in. Lang does go and get his 8th goal in 8 games. But yeah, I think we should be doing better in these kind of games. And I put the blame mainly on Holodecky for not making the vital saves, in which Jan Sommer did. If you remember the deflected shot, Jan Sommer made a great reaction save, denied us the chance of going back in front. And that's the little differences that kind of are winners and losers in games, which is really annoying. But we do come into the Europa League, taking on Feyenoord, and it is going to be the rotating team once again in this one. We're just going to now hope that we can bounce back from a disappointing result and actually win a game here in the Europa League. Maybe convincingly, because we did concede quite a few goals in that previous one. But Schreiber got to be hitting the target there at least, and he's probably got to be scoring that one, because if we had Paulinho in that situation, that's where he would normally play. He's replacing Paulinho in this team. I think Paulinho would finish that. Demabai again, really unfortunate. They're arriving late. The header just over the crossbar, but we are creating chances here against Feyenoord. We should probably comfortably win this one, but again, our finishing boots just don't seem to be on as Demabai plays the ball through to Silas, and thankfully we've got one man who can finish, and that is Silas. You know, he's really putting his name out there to be in competition with Jonathan David. It pretty much is just who I think will perform better against that opposition is who's going to start in that game, because they're both goal scorers. They've both proven that this season. I think they've both got upwards of 5 goals, either in the league or in the Europa League. And again, Schreiber through on goal. This time he hits the post, and I don't know. He scored against Bayern on his debut, but since then it's been downhill, and it's just really unfortunate. You know, he came out the academy, one of the kind of hot prospects that came through, and it's just not really worked out the way. Silas, unfortunately, not to get his second of the game and pretty much wrap up the game, but he did hit the post holding up the nets as we have a counter-attacking opportunity here. 10 minutes remaining. A lovely pass between Bissouma and Mkhitaryan. Silas charging down the middle. He's kind of drawn wide because of the man blocking the middle, but that does leave Schreiber in the middle to tuck it into the open net, or so I thought. He hit the post. We subbed him off because you can't be missing 3 opportunities, 3 big opportunities in one game. As Mkhitaryan plays a lovely ball through. Paulinho couldn't quite get on the end of it, but that is going to be that. A 1-0 victory from us away from home in Holland does secure the victory for us as we come into the final game of today's episode, match day 9, taking on Freiburg in the league at the Bayer Arena. As we hope to kind of continue our decent form to start the season, and we hope to bounce back from the loss against Mönchengladbach. You can see Gladbach actually do sit first in the league, joint on points with Mainz with 21. So that's actually pretty surprising. I think at this point we're on 17 points because of the loss to Mönchengladbach. Obviously winning here today, we'll be on 20. So we'll be right back behind them, which is good and is exactly what we want this season. As Sosa. So I didn't even mention that Lang scored to make it 1-0. Long shot from Szoboszlai didn't quite work out. They are going to look to get the ball away, and they do so with their players. Not the best of clearances though from Gerhardt to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Guimaraes to Madueke. Got a goal and an assist in the previous 2 games. Tries to find another one there, but it is deflected off of the defender. And as we go into the second half, a lovely tackle there from Bella Kotchup. Wins the ball back, finds David. David finds Lang. Couple of men trying to arrive into the box at the perfect time. And eventually we're going to dink it across. Madueke's there, and he should be scoring that one. Got away from his man, found himself at the near post, and he's got to be at least testing the keeper there. The headers are really difficult on this year's game. But in the 91st minute, Jonathan David does secure the victory for us as he tucks the ball into the back of the net. Another assist, I think, for Serginho Dest, who's been pretty good since signing her. But we are going to win this one. 3 points coming our way, and we are moving up the table. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, though. If you have, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.